theory. I think it's that nowadays people feel more bleak than ever. Like, you know, like there's no coming out of this. Like we're all fucked. And when a certain person feels like we're all fucked, they're gonna do whatever the fuck they feel like they're, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
In my opinion, and this is coming from somebody that is a legal gun owner and somebody that has spent literally my entire life with firearms. The only way to, at this point in this country, make it go away is literally ban all future gun sales.
No.
No, and I'm not advocating this because it's fucking tyranny.
Yeah.
What I definitely don't want to advocate is people taking guns. That's fucking terrifying Nazi level shit. That's when the government takes control and starts making the people unable to protect themselves, and that's dangerous. Putting too much faith into the government, which is a whole different conversation. But to be completely honest, for me, it's like I feel like everybody out there has the guns that they need, and let's just like stop for a couple years. Let's just
Stop.
For me, let's just take that argument out. Like, if you're a mathematician, you have a lot of variables. What you need to do is drill down your variables till you only have one, and then you can solve for that variable.
Yeah, but this isn't a math problem. It's
But
a mental health problem.
No,
fuck you.
No,
It's not a math problem. It's a mental health problem.
That's definitely...
Mentally healthy people don't shoot people. Mentally healthy people don't do mass shootings.
So
mentally healthy people can own guns all day. I don't give a fuck about that. Anyone that can legally have a gun, fuck it, have five. I don't give a shit. But to say that taking guns away, or that, like, it's all people that are mentally ill,
no,
and no one wants to address that fucking problem.
What is our standing army? 100,000, 300,000 is our standing army. Every one of them is trained to kill people. They are not mentally ill. They kill people. You do not have to be mentally ill to kill people. There are reasons.
Okay,
so
kill people for reasons outside of military purpose. So people, not cops, not the military, just fucking civilians killing other civilians due to mental illness. If you're going to take away those people's guns, take away the military's guns too.
Well, okay.
Because I think the military does a piss poor job dealing with PTSD for veterans. I think the military is creating more psycho killers than anything else on the planet. But I don't think we should take away the military.
All of those are exceptionally fair and rational points, and I will not argue with a single one of them. Not even the mental health thing, because it does play a factor. What I'm saying is that every time that our government and the pundits around and the four of us in this room get into a conversation, we think that there's this one solution. This is what's causing this. When in reality, it's a whole lot of things. And what we need to do is remove variables. So, hey, you know what? If they want to put, like Trump said this morning, we want to put stricter background checks on things. You know what? Fine. Let's just fucking halt on gun sales for like 2 years. See if it changes a fucking thing. If it doesn't, well, we know that wasn't the variable. If we want to talk about the mental health thing, let's provide free mental health care to all Americans, where it's just like you can go without the stigma of it and go figure your shit out so that you don't go kill somebody. Does that change it? We find out. We have to address this. There isn't like the, aha, I've got it. It's in this bag, and that's the answer. It doesn't fucking exist. We have a problem in this country that is far greater than simply mental health, guns being available. It's a combination of so many things. It's fear-mongering. It's people that are insecure in their own selves.
And also of this. Also the fact that we're a country of narcissists. Like, it's more prevalent than ever.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, we're just a bunch of fucking narcissists, man, all of us. And it's gotten to the point where, I mean, social media's made it fucking worse. Everyone thinks they're fucking famous now. Like, it's.
That's the part of it, and that factors back into your mental health issue, Bear, is that people want that like narcissistic validation. They don't feel right in the brain, and they need something that helps validate their existence, and that's definitely factors into a mental health element.
Give yourself a ding now. Yeah, they want. Yeah. That's a big part of it, validating their existence. Yeah. They feel like they're nothing. And in death, the gratitude people will feel for them, because like look what happens when people commit suicide. Look what happened here. That person got a whole special comedy thing, a whole day put for them, something they felt like they couldn't get if they were alive. They couldn't get that in life. So fuck it. My life ain't worth nothing. I'm gonna get what I deserve in death. That's what happens. And you see that, and if I'm on that brink of going that way, then like, well, I want that too. I want the special comedy show. I want the GoFundMe. I want all the money. I want that day. And that's what they gonna get, because they feel like they're worth nothing now. So in death and with everything that comes after the suicide, they feel like they're worth something.
Yeah.
And then lapping back to the mental health issue, we have a tremendous mental health issue in this country. We absolutely do. And we don't even know the root cause of that. So you're absolutely right calling that out. And I won't ever, but it is not the thing. If we establish free mental health care without social stigma associated with it, because that's what everybody's afraid of, is like, my brain's broken, like, just give me fucking different drugs to make this better. Like, if we made it where it's just like, oh no, you got to heal that. It's like when you twist your ankle, you walk it off. You know, you work it out, you get it back to where it needs to be, you do some physical therapy. We have to do that for our brains too. And a lot of people don't realize that. They just think, I'm fucking broken. And the people that don't even recognize that they're broken end up doing stupid shit to themselves or others.
Also, I think that saying if there's a stigma behind it, I don't really believe that nowadays. Maybe back in the past, but not now. Because everyone's...
there's still a stigma, because I'm really pro mental health, like way out in public.
Yeah.
And I'll say, it's like, I'll be like, do you ever know you're crazy? And then you got to talk to your therapist. And you see the whole room tense up. I'm like, no, it's okay, guys. Like, mental health is important.
Yeah.
I highly encourage mental health. And there will be a minimum of 2 dudes and 2 chicks spread throughout that room that'll look at you like, what are you, some kind of weak faggot?
Yeah.
And like, there's a stigma. There's just as big a stigma as there ever was.
But I want to hear his point, because he speaks for a lot of people.
I honestly believe it's just the fact that they want to go, but like either they don't have the time because they're fucking working like 3 fucking jobs or 2 jobs or whatever, or they don't have the money to do it. That's another one, because that shit's not cheap, man. Like, it's, if you're in that middle bracket where like you're not poor but you're not fucking well off, you're kind of like struggling, like blue collar type of guy making like $25,000 a year, barely making it.
You just got to deal with your problems because you can't pay somebody to deal with them.
But you're not poor enough for someone to help you through the state or whatever. So it's like a weird catch-22, and those are the people that end up doing this kind of shit because they feel like life is fucking is not either passing them by or it doesn't give a fuck about them, and they feel bleak, and then that's when they fucking decide to go do this. That's what I mean. I get what you're saying. There are some people, there are definitely people out there that think that if you go see a therapist that you're a weak faggot, and I think that's fucking shitty. But yet, shitty people fucking exist, man. That's another thing that's fucking realize. Shitty people are gonna exist no matter what. You can't cleanse the earth of fucking assholes. They're gonna be around, dude. It's just it's part of life. You just gotta learn how to fucking deal with it. And no one really wants to deal with them anymore. They just want them. They want them gone, and that's not how this works. That's why the cancel culture is so bad, is because they just think you can just fucking control all, fucking delete, get rid of them, and that's not how any of this works. Like,
don't subscribe to the notion that people can't be saved. People can be saved.
Oh, they can totally be saved, but
everybody can be saved. But it's just like you say, we have mental illness in this country, and everybody is mentally ill because just society creates unnatural pressures that it puts on people. Yeah. You have to work so you can pay bills. That is a pressure that's put on you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not work that you choose to do. It's work that you do that people pay you to do because nobody else would do it if they didn't pay you. You know, you do it to survive, and that's just the pressure. And now everything's about money. Everything is about profits. Even like the type of woman you can get, it's not based off of you and your character. It's based on how much money you can generate. What type of fantasy can you provide her? You know what I'm saying? And it's gotten to the point to where people don't feel adequate enough. That's why this lust after money is because that's what gives you value now. It's not the content of your character. No one's is trying to develop who they are internally. They're trying to gain as much profit as they can get so they can have value in this world that only cares about profit.
So let me ask this one question. Sure. If you were going to take one step, just one step, knowing that there were 20 that followed it, what would be your first step to making mass shootings go down. You're not going to eliminate them. They happen all over the world, but we're 400 times the amount that anybody else is. So what is step one? Not the solution. What's step one?
Who wants to go first? I'm gonna be a while.
I got one kind of, and it can start. It can start in school when they're younger. Have kids hang out with each other during school, and then I'm trying to think of. I lost my train of thought now. I'm just trying to. But my whole point is that if you don't allow people to isolate themselves, and you talk to them, it might get them out of that. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Is I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a black guy, right? He made it as like his life's mission to basically befriend KKK members, right?
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name either.
Over I think a 10 or 15 year period, through just talking to them, just chilling, talking, hanging out, he managed to convert, I think, 50 KKK members to leave the fucking whole thing and realize it was stupid to think that you're better than someone because of the color of your skin. He didn't shame him. He wasn't like, you're a piece of shit, fucking blah, blah, blah. He was just like, hey man, how about the goddamn Dolphins, man? The fucking quarterback sucks, man. Just talk to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And just get on their level, kind of. That's why when someone kills himself and they're like, well, if you feel something, say something. It's like, so you're asking the person who thinks everyone fucking hates them to talk. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's really gonna work. How about when you see someone who's dead, you could smell it on them that they're fucking depressed. You could see it in them. Go over there and be like, hey man, what's going on? You just shoot the shit. Don't coddle them. Don't just get on their level and be like, hey man, find what they like. Be like, hey, fucking dude, Madden 20 is fucking awesome, man. You get it yet? Oh man, fucking can't believe they rated fucking Tom Brady fucking 89. What the fuck, man? He's like, just fucking just connect with people, because if you don't connect with people, then they feel isolated. And when they feel isolated, they get all this fucking weird shit in their head. And then when they get this weird shit in their head, then that starts the fucking snowball effect. And all of a sudden they're buying an AR-15. They're buying fucking 1,500 fucking rounds. All of a sudden the Walmart in your hometown is full of assholes because you say so. And then you walk in and start blowing motherfuckers away that you don't even know. Because you're just like, fuck it. Like, you're done. And I think just fucking allow people to connect. And if someone's going to be an asshole, man, just be like, all right, come back to it later, because they'll change, hopefully. I mean, but that's just my idea. But I mean, I don't know how you put that in the legislation and shit. I'm just, just an idea.
Well, okay, the way you put that into legislation is that we have leaders at the top that say shit like that, as opposed to, this is all happening because of the rhetoric of this person, and it's fostering this idea. Let's Who's any thoughts from you two?
I think it's such a fucked problem that I'm not a smart enough man to come up with that first step.
Wow, that's a statement I'd love to hear from so many people. Be like, I don't know. I'll find somebody that...
I'm not smart enough to figure that out. I just know that they're big, glaring problems that no one's dealing with.
That is probably the fairest thing I've ever heard. That's exact. I wish our fucking representatives would say shit like, I don't know. Somebody else? Anybody else got ideas?
Nobody knows, and nobody's going to get up there and say they don't know. Somebody's going to get up there and fake like they know, whatever. But what Jake was saying, I agree with what Jake said. Letting people see other sides of things from other people at an early age. Because I was thinking about, what I told people about culture, people are too attached to culture. Culture is just something that helps you grow up around the people you're raised around. Because if you take a white person and put them in the hood, they're going to be just as hood as all the black people in the hood. So culture isn't indicative to white and black or whatever color you are, where you're from, blah, blah, blah. It's just a upbringing, whatever. But you were saying they need to connect with people. How do I connect with a person if I've never been taught to connect with people? Well, we aren't teaching concepts of character. We're teaching careers. We're teaching people to make profit, to have value in the world. We don't teach character. We don't teach integrity. We don't teach principles. Basic integrity and principles is what all your other personalities are built off of. And it helps you do the correct thing when you're in doubt. Your conscience is supposed to drive you that way. But because, like I say, it's all about profit. It's all about money. It's all about materialism. But because the objective is money and materialism, I don't have to be a good person to obtain a lot of money and buy a lot of shit and gain value that way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So no one's doing that. No one is working on who they are. Nobody even likes positive people. Motherfuckers like you for being negative. Being a critic is a job.
Yeah.
People are making their life off of criticizing people on Facebook for their past indiscretion and things of that nature. Being positive, we live in a world where it's been so much hurt done to people that if you're just a positive person, people are suspicious of you.
Yeah.
They'd rather you be an asshole, be a motherfucker, they go, oh, that dude ain't shit, than you be a positive person and they gotta figure out how you trying to trick them because they're so used to being tricked. But like I say, that's all the way back. We made everything about profit and materialism, so we don't have time for people. With technology, everything's happening. That's why we have medications. If you aren't on this level of consciousness, I need to give you some medicine to bring you down to this level of consciousness or bring you up to the level of consciousness. If I can't do that, if you too messed up, then you need to go over here. We need to have a special school for you. We need to get you out the way because we don't care about people. Because each individual person is dealing with their own pressures, circumstances, situations, you know what I'm saying, past hurt, all this stuff like that. We can't stop and deal with each individual person individually because everybody's fucked up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. We do what we can do on a massive level, and the people that don't catch up, then they commit crimes. They die. They get hooked on drugs, alcohol. They do that. They weed themselves out. But ultimately, the evolution of man is through technology, and so we don't have time for individual humans. And so people are going to keep doing these things. It's going to get worse and worse and worse because as we go on, the pressures increase more and more and more day by day. You see it in the world. People are flipping the fuck out. They snapping.
Yeah.
And